Hey everyone, thank you for stopping by Living to Do's review of The Chi, Season 6, Episode 16, the season finale called Thanksgiving. Before I get started with the review, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, and I thank you in advance. All right, let's get into the final episode. It's Thanksgiving. And in the first scene, we're in the cigar lounge. And what do we see on the floor? A dead Duda. On Thanksgiving. Thank God. Hallelujah. Oh, happy day. But they say 8 hours earlier. So they take us to Thanksgiving morning, I guess. And Keisha finds out she's pregnant. Who didn't see that coming? I saw it coming, and apparently so did Nina. Later in the day, Nina guessed that Keisha was pregnant. And we have a new character that's coming around. It's Charles. He's played by Rotimi. You guys remember Rotimi? He's Andre Coleman on Power. Well, apparently he was Pastor Z's former assistant. And there's some bad blood. He's looking for his job back, and Pastor Z's not interested in giving his job back. And so Charles wants to blackmail him, or he does. He's asking him about Sarah, how's Sarah? So apparently, old, nasty, unholy Sarah has made an impression on Charles. Now, this is very interesting that Rotimi is in this scene. This scene seems like there has to be a second season, or this particular scene doesn't make sense. Why would an actor like Rotimi have the tiniest bit part? It's like he's securing his job for next season. You know what I don't want to see? No, I don't want to see Tyreek in episode or in season 7 of The Chi. Keep all the power people on the Power universe. Because he could come up, Tyreek. I could just see how Lena will make Tyreek a brother of Bakari or something like that. Let's just hope that doesn't happen. Okay, so it's Thanksgiving.
Who the hell put marshmallows on the yams?
Wait, that's how my mama make them.
Yeah, sorry, everybody, but one of his grannies is white.
And people are gathering around other people's homes. And Shad and Alicia, they're over at Rob's house. Technically, Alicia owns it. But this is when Rob finds out that Shad and his mother are a thing. That's his mother's special friend. He didn't know that. Now, I don't know how he feels with a man his age, a young man his age group, going out with his mother. What do you think of your mother? So we have Papa and his mother, Miss Jackson, having dinner with Victor and his family. This is their first Thanksgiving without her husband. She's never had, I guess, a Thanksgiving without him, I guess, since she's been married to him, which is really, really sad. And Victor sees Papa as his little brother, and he will have a watchful eye on Papa. Now, what I didn't understand, Papa had to get up from this happy meal that he is sitting with his grieving mother to go to Pastor Z's house. And his mother didn't like that. She doesn't want her son having anything to do with that man, that corrupt man. So we have Papa, Jake, and Gemma. They all go over to Pastor Z's house for another Thanksgiving dinner. And Jake asked Pastor Z, he just straight up and asked, why you rich and your congregation poor? And then here comes Pastor Z with the lies. He says, and this is when he has this special white TV preacher at his table, who is the father of Sarah, who's also at the table. He says he's pretty much the chosen one. God wanted him to have all this money. And, basically, if you want it, you just ask the Lord and you should get it. Who's buying that this day and age? Anyway, the unholy first lady tried to check Jake, but Jake wasn't backing down. He called her disrespectful. In the midst of all this, somehow, some way, the white TV pastor got wind or a sense that there was something going on between his daughter and Pastor Z. And within a moment's notice, or as soon as he felt, he got up from that table and they left. And then Sarah's all saying apologies to Pastor Z that it didn't work out. The meeting seemed like to be a flop because you're discussing indiscretions at the Thanksgiving table, and it seems like your wife discretions and the possible discretions with him and his daughter. It just was, that's not what you talk about at the table, especially Thanksgiving. But someone like Jake, he doesn't care. He's going to be his true self no matter where he is and what's going on. So you should have some couth about you and whatnot, but then there's nothing fake about him, that's for sure. Now what do we say about unholy first daughter Sarah, who comes to another woman's home on Thanksgiving Day with her father and tries to seduce another woman's husband at the Thanksgiving table? That is I don't have any words. Call yourself a Christian? You can't trust nobody these days. Not a soul. And then Gemma had some remarks too at Unholy First Lady that alluded to her being unholy. At her own table, Gemma outed her out. The walls are coming down fast on you fake unholy people. You just see it all around you. That's what's going to be the spotlight of next season's series on The Chi. They're going to put a spotlight on the church, the black church, and all the goings on, all the corruption. And people really need to see that. They need to see what's really going on. You got to open some of these people's eyes. They're still closed. Anyway. And then we have a scene where Alicia, she pulls a gun on Duda's head. And before she could fire her gun, Nuck shoots Duda in the head. So this is how Duda died. Nuck did it. Nuck was trying to tell Alicia that, he's going to run the city, that she answers to him. And she told him, I'm going to be your worst nightmare. So it's going to be Nuck and Alicia wars next season, season 7, I see. Now, Duda, you're stupid. Why would you beat up a man, demote him, and then think he's going to protect you to the best of his ability if something goes down? Oh, my goodness. Why didn't you have Zaywatch in your back? When you do that to somebody, when you beat them, they're going to remember how you made them feel, and they will retaliate, and you don't know when. I thought that was really dumb on his part. Well, apparently Nook felt some type of way. All over the news is Duda's dead. The former mayor of Chicago, I think his name was Otis. Forgot what his name was. Well, Otis. Otis is dead. And they talked about him, how he was a criminal, and all the people of the Shire watching, in shock and amazement and kind of happy. Tiff, she wants to celebrate Duda's death by smoking with Keisha. And Keisha has to bow out because she's pregnant. And she tells Tiff, Tiff is really happy for her. They're like sisters. She's happy for her. She's happy for her ex-husband, Emmett, being with Keisha. And it's just good all over. Everybody gets along great. Nook tells Zay and Rob that he's going to have to tell in a report to him now. And Rob's not about it. Rob's all, hell no, I'm not doing that. And he walks away. And Nook shoots him in the back several times, killing him. So poor Rob is dead. So Nook goes over to pick up Bakari. He's at Lene's house. And he has blood all over him. And he's asking Bakari to come with him. Bakari doesn't want to. He wants out. And Nook says, I was there for you. You got to be there for me. And he heads to the door. And Lene says, it's either them or me. And then Bakari goes out the door with them. Oh. So that's going to be a storyline for next season. How Lene's mad and how he's going to try to get her back. La da 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 da, all that. So what Nook really needed help with was to apparently get Rob's body and place it on the doorstep of his mother's home. So we see them do that. And then shortly thereafter, Alicia, feeling good about, the outcome of her evening, that Duda is dead. And they roll up the street where she sees something on her doorsteps. And it's her son, her only child, Rob, dead on her doorsteps. And I wonder if she already knows who did it, because it is on. It's on if she suspects Nook. And after she just said they just had a little power struggle move there, and she's going to be his worst nightmare. And then, that wasn't really his intentions going in. It was just that Rob didn't want to do business with him. So I hope she catches on quick and finds out it's Nook that's behind it. So Nook, he goes to Keisha's house all bloodied up, and he goes over there. They answer the door, and he wants to see his son. And they're like, oh, no, not so fast, partner. You don't coming in here with all that blood. He says, I killed Duda, and I killed Duda for you so you could feel safe. And so they let him on in. And then we see him rocking and holding his son, Ronnie, tight with blood. You couldn't even take a moment to get the blood, a new jacket, or take the jacket off so that poor child doesn't have to have that experience of somebody's dead blood on them. And then at the same time, we see Alicia cradling her dead son that she found on her doorsteps. So both gangsters are holding their sons, one alive and one dead. So that was the end of the episode. A lot happened. I can't believe they killed Duda so fast. And I can't believe there was no fanfare, no, big moment leading up to his death. First scene, he's dead. It's like, oh, okay. But this is what I wanted. I wanted that man dead. He just got on my nerves. He just caused so much chaos and destructions in people's lives. It was just awful. It was like watching how maybe a Diddy really moved in his life. It was enough is enough. It was a good season. I liked the second half of this season. I hope they can take their time and write a really good 7th season. And I hope maybe it's about the church, because there's a lot to say about that. But that's it for now. Thank you for staying with me to the end. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, and I thank you in advance. But I gotta go, because I got living to do. Bye.